I owe a lot of the credit to my success to all of the different books that I've read. See, I've learned countless knowledge and wisdom pieces from all the books that I recommend. I've read every single one. Actually, that's a lie. One of the books I'm midway through, but it's really good. Every single book has helped me get to the point where I am today. I went from being at the bottom of the varsity basketball rotation as a sophomore in high school to now being the captain of the varsity team as a junior. The first book that we're going to talk about today is arguably the book that's helped me the most in my success. That being The Slight Edge by Jeff Olson. See, this book, I'll read it what exactly it says on the cover. It says, turning simple disciplines into massive success. If I were to elaborate on that, I would say the general gist of this book goes into the impact of every single rep. See, if I were to take 100 shots a day, it's not just 100 shots. It's 700 shots in a week. It's 1,402. You know what I mean? So it has a lot of similar ideas of, for example, what's that one? Oh, compound interest. You know about finances and compound interest. Let's say you put $100 into a savings account, and then after every single year or 10 years, whatever the amount of time is, it grows. So $100 when you put it in, 10 years from now it'll be 1,000, and then 10,000 10 years after that. It just keeps building and building. I'll show you the chart that he uses throughout the whole book. It's right here. I found an example. I don't know if you can clearly see that. I'm trying to get the light to go off of it. Alright, so with every simple discipline, whether it be good or bad, your life will go in that direction. But as you can notice, in the beginning, you don't see any difference, right? So you could be working out, let's say you're in the gym for 2 months. You don't see anything. But by the time that third month hits, and you keep going to the gym consistently, and keep that discipline every single day, your life begins to shoot up. It skyrockets into the depths of either, or it can go up sky high to the heavens. You know what I mean? 100% recommend this book to anybody who I talk to that enjoys reading. The next book on the list is Relentless by Tim Grover. Now, if this name right here sounds familiar, that's for good reason, because Tim Grover was the trainer of Michael Jordan throughout his whole career, Kobe Bryant, and Dwayne Wade, and countless other NBA superstars. Tim Grover goes over in this book what it really takes to be amazing and unstoppable, from good to great to unstoppable. He has 3 different types of people in this book. He classifies them as such. He has the coolers, which is, the lowest tier, but, most people are coolers. They're just kind of there, and if they get told what to do, they might do it. The closers are the people that get the job done, but they want to be recognized for their good works. So if you were to hit a buzzer beater for your team, you want to get the credit for that because you won the team the game. A cleaner, he's the one that goes in and day out, and everybody just notices it, and everybody knows he's the leader of the team, and he doesn't even have to say a word. Michael Jordan was a cleaner. Kobe was a cleaner. Dwayne Wade was a cleaner. And he goes on in this book to mention that he believes that LeBron James is just a closer because he had everything handed to him when he was young. Like from high school on, he was seen as the number 1 prospect in NBA history and this, that, and the other. Of course, this book is a bit dated, so this is before LeBron. I believe this is when LeBron was on the Heat, when he was with the Big Three, before he went back to Cleveland and won the championships there in 2016 and everything. But excellent book, recommended to anybody who has that competitive edge and wants to be the best and obsesses over the game. Relentless by Tim Grover. Hey bro, as you can tell, I'm a junior in high school and I really have to budget my time to make these videos. Could you do me a favor? Hit that subscribe because I'm really trying to grow this channel and help other basketball players around the world. Thank you. Next up, we have How Champions Think by Dr. Rob Rotella. I have a quick story to share with you about this book. I'm midway through, I don't know if you can see that post-it note. I'm midway through, and I was talking to one of my friends about this book on the in basketball tryouts. He was a freshman, a young kid, good kid. And he was asking me, like, what do you recommend for books about basketball or sports in general? And I pulled this book out of my backpack, and I said, I was just talking about this book. And my other friend, who's already on the varsity team, great defender, good player. I have the book, I'm showing it to my friend like this, and he says to me, hey, yo, Mark, turn it around, let me see the cover. So I showed him the cover, and he reads it, and he said, how champions think? Man, you don't need a book for that. I just say, oh, I'm the greatest player in the world. And then he just walked away. And that kind of opened my eyes. A lot of people just don't need, like, books to be at their best. Some people just can just say to themselves, okay, I'm great and that's all I need to know. But for me, because I obsess over everything and I'm a deep thinker, I analyze things as much as possible and I try to perfect it. So I would say the advantages that you'll get with this book is not only it will teach you to think of yourself as the best, like my friend just said, but also it teaches you the ins and outs and the nuances of every single piece of this mindset, right? You can think you're the greatest and not get very far. Or you could think you're the greatest and be like Muhammad Ali. The next book on this list is not necessarily sports related. However, it is invaluable to anyone who wants to be a leader of their basketball team. That being How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. This book teaches you everything about social skills. It's Social Skills 101. But it goes even further in that to teach you how to get people to really love you and respect you. And not only has this helped me in my relationships and my friendships, but also leading my team and finding how to motivate people. See, when you realize that everybody is so different in how they carry themselves and how they play the game, you can kind of push their buttons once you realize how to understand everybody's deep emotions and deep feelings. So, Dale Carnegie, this book has been around for so long, and there's a good reason for it. It is an excellent book. It is still valuable today. It is still probably, you know what? Nowadays it's probably even more valuable than ever because social skills is seemingly a forgotten art. This book will help you become a leader for basketball. I tell everybody I know to read this book. Book number 5. I'm also going to give you a bonus book at the end, so stay tuned for that. Deep Work by Cal Newport. This book, it helped me, but I would say compared to the other books, it didn't. But I think this book is perfect for anybody that struggles with focus or concentration because it goes into the idea of deep work. And I'll tell you the definition it has on the back right here. Deep work is the ability to focus without distraction on a cognitively demanding task. So, I've used this to help with my YouTube channel, and not as much for my basketball, but it does help you get more in the zone when you're playing or when you're training, because you can focus on, okay, I'm going to do this shot in this way and do a spin here and do it. So if you struggle with schoolwork or anything in your life or basketball, staying focused in your workouts, this book is for you. Once again, it didn't help me as much, but I think it's just because of my personality. I'm already just hyper-focused on everything. Alright, like I said, I have a bonus book for you. I don't actually have the physical copy of this book, so I'm going to put a picture on the screen. But the book is titled The Power of Positive Thinking by Norman Vincent Peale. It is an amazing book for Christians and anybody that's looking for faith. But also, it teaches you the power of positive thinking. It shows you that whatever you think, you will become. If you think that you are going to do terrible in your basketball games, you won't succeed, guess what? You're not going to succeed. However, it's not a wishy-washy topic either. Like, oh, if I think I'm going to play like Michael Jordan, I'm going to play like Michael Jordan. You're not. Right? But it's the idea that if you can have good self-talk with yourself, positive self-talk, and you can believe in your mind that you're going to succeed, you're going to do the acts that will cause you to succeed. What you're going to do is you're going to train a bit more because you know you're going to succeed, so you might as well train to get there. Or at least you have the ability to succeed, and you just have to get into that untapped potential. I have another book in the series right here. It's The Positive Power of Jesus Christ. I love this as well. But The Power of Positive Thinking is his bestseller, I think his most selling book he's ever had. Highly recommended. Hey, thank you for watching this video. I hope I provided some value to you, and please check out any of my other videos on this channel. I'll link one at the end. As always, keep God first.